Every single day, thousands of online accounts get permanently banned, not because someone used the wrong password or broke an obvious rule, but because a platform figured out who they were through something called a digital fingerprint. And here's the interesting part. In 2026, the tools designed to solve this problem have split into two completely different categories: anti-detect browsers and AI agents. Most people think they're the same thing. They're not. One is designed to hide your identity, the other is designed to automate your work. Today, we're breaking down exactly what each one does, where each one shines, where each one fails, and why combining them is becoming one of the most powerful setups online. Let's get into it. What is an anti-detect browser? Whenever you visit a website, your browser shares a surprising amount of information. Your operating system, screen size, language settings, time zone, hardware details, and much more all combine to create what's known as a browser fingerprint. That fingerprint is often unique enough for websites to recognize you, even if you're using different emails or clearing cookies. This is how platforms can connect multiple accounts back to the same user. An anti-detect browser solves that problem by creating isolated browser profiles, each with its own unique fingerprint. Tools like Multilogin, GoLogin, AdsPower, and Dolphin Anty allow every profile to appear as a completely different device in a completely different location. For businesses managing multiple accounts, affiliate campaigns, or client profiles, that separation is extremely valuable. The key purpose of an anti-detect browser is simple: stealth, isolation, and account separation. But there's one limitation. These browsers don't think. They don't make decisions. They simply provide a safer environment to work from. What is an AI agent? Now let's talk about AI agents. An AI agent isn't just automation. It's software that can understand what's happening on a web page, make decisions, and complete tasks without following a rigid script. Modern tools can navigate websites, fill forms, collect information, respond to prompts, and adapt when something unexpected appears on screen. Instead of telling software every click to make, you simply give it an objective. For example, find products under $50, collect the data, and organize it into a spreadsheet. The AI figures out how to get the job done. That's incredibly powerful. The big difference. This is where most people get confused. An anti-detect browser excels at hiding identity. An AI agent excels at performing tasks. One provides protection, the other provides automation. The problem is that each one has a weakness. Anti-detect browsers are stealthy but require human input. AI agents are intelligent but often leave automation footprints. That's why many advanced users combine them. The anti-detect browser creates a unique browsing environment with isolated fingerprints and proxies. The AI agent then operates inside that environment. The result? You get the intelligence of AI-driven automation while reducing many of the signals that platforms use to link accounts or identify unusual browsing environments. It's not magic, and it's not invisible, but it can provide a more controlled and isolated setup than using automation alone. How the combination works. At a high level, the process looks like this. First, create separate browser profiles inside an anti-detect browser. Each profile gets its own fingerprint configuration and network setup. Second, connect your automation tool or AI agent to those profiles. Many anti-detect browsers support integrations with frameworks like Playwright and Selenium, making this possible. Third, establish normal usage patterns before relying heavily on automation. Accounts that suddenly perform large volumes of actions with no history often attract attention. Finally, use automation responsibly and within the policies of the platforms you're working with. The goal isn't to trick systems. The goal is to create cleaner account separation while improving efficiency. When done correctly, this combination can save enormous amounts of time for repetitive online tasks. Who should care about this? This setup is especially interesting for affiliate marketers managing multiple campaigns, agencies handling client accounts, e-commerce sellers operating across multiple brands, researchers collecting large amounts of public data, developers building browser automation workflows, privacy-conscious users who want better separation between activities. In each case, the value comes from combining organization, automation, and account isolation. Here's the takeaway. Anti-detect browsers and AI agents aren't competing technologies, they're solving different problems. One helps create separate browsing environments, the other helps automate work. Used individually, both are useful. Used together, they can create a much more efficient workflow for people who spend large amounts of time operating online. If you found this breakdown helpful, hit the like button, subscribe for more content on automation, privacy tools, and AI workflows, and let me know in the comments. Are you more interested in anti-detect browsers, AI agents, or the combination of both? Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.